I'm RT and welcome back to RTsWorld. So today I have a very popular online casino game for you and it's called Crash or Plane Crash or whatever. Something crashes. So with that said, as you already saw in the preview, we have here a plane or an imaginary plane that goes from the right all the way through the green zone, orange zone and into the red zone to the left. If we can manage to jump off the plane right before it crashes, so right on the left edge, we can win a total of 15 diamonds by only paying 4 in this machine. So it's very nice. And of course, I didn't came up with this nice idea. I'm too uncreative for that. No, just kidding. But a viewer suggested again this machine, and yeah, very frequent commenter Tristan, perfect machine. This gambling game is hella trending on online casinos. Another one that is very popular is a plane game, where you would want to pay to make a game start flying and get off whenever you want. The catch is, the longer you basically stay on the plane, the more likely is it that it crashes, and it can crash in any time. I hope you understood, haha. If not, tell me, I will link videos. Would be awesome if you made this gambling game like that, never been done for Minecraft 2. So with that said, thanks to Tristan, and also we have a second commenter, the Jimmy Cartel, and yeah, he's also a very frequent commenter and also channel supporter, so thanks a lot and shout out to him. Yeah, he basically asked me to do a Crash game as well, so same concept as Tristan suggested, and this time he also linked me a video where I could watch his concept of it, but I ended up redesigning a lot of things and yeah, made my own version here in the background, but thanks for the inspiration, Jimmy, really much appreciated. And with the comment section done, we go right into the video. So, as we already saw in the intro, there are 4 diamonds we have to pay. So again, 1, 2, 3. So if I add in 3, nothing will happen. So 4th one have to be in there. And then the plane will basically start to fly. And yeah, so the plane starts to fly. Then we have here this timer. And during this time interval, we have time to select if we want to get out of the plane. We can do this either by clicking here or putting an item into this item hopper. So now we're at 5 diamonds. I now chose to pay out. And we should now get up to 21. Perfect. So that worked. And I also put in this design here, where if you put in an item into this item hopper, we can stop the machine and also get the item back. So it doesn't matter what you put in there. That's to make it much more multiplayer friendly. There are many servers where you cannot press buttons. It's simply not possible that you press buttons since they're locked on your basically plots. And you have to use hoppers, and that's why we have the single player or whatever. If you're playing on a server where buttons are allowed, alternative with the button. It's much more easy, of course, but I have also the concept with the diamond sword. If you put in a diamond sword, it will end as well. So the first part of this video will be structured into explaining everything. It's a little bit, it's a little bit messy circuits, but I tried to tidy them up a little bit and made them as compact as possible. It's a really small machine actually for that what it can do. And I really like the design I came up with here. And yeah, of course, thanks to the Jimmy Cartel again for a little bit of inspiration. But yeah, I ended up redesigning most of the things, especially the clock, since I don't want running clocks. So this should be perfectly viable in Bedrock and in Java Edition. And we have no running clocks, no lag, so it's perfectly fine for any multiplayer servers if you want to build it there and have some customers there as a casino owner. We have here on the right 1 diamond, of course. As most of you may know this game, we have here 1 diamond on the right. 4 diamonds is our initial payment, so that's where we start to break even. So on 5 diamonds we already break even, but then the greed starts to kick in and we want those 15 diamonds so desperately. So I want to play it once more with you. That was 3, I guess, so that's the 4th one. So I want those 15 diamonds so desperately, so let's try to get those 15 diamonds. Oh, now we're at 9 diamonds, so I now stop the time lapse of this speeding up. I'm now really not sure if I should pay out. 10 diamonds. 11 diamonds. Can we do it? Can we go to 15 without losing, without the plane crashing? And if we go to 15, the game automatically pays us out. We don't have to press any buttons there. Come on. Let's do it. Yes, we did it. Very, very nice. So if we get to 15, the game pays us out. So now we should get up to 32, and that's perfect. Nice. Great. Now I want to show you what happens when the plane crashes. Let's see if the plane crashes. So first one. Can we get to 2? Yes. 3. Let's see if that works. Great. Let's see. Now the plane crashed, you heard the sound. So at 12 diamonds our plane crashed and we can't do nothing now to get our initial payment back, so we won nothing. That's how you make a profit as a casino owner. And of course the odds are completely customizable, so you can customize those odds depending on how valuable diamonds are, for example, or how much profit do we want to turn on this machine. And with that said, I want to start now with the explanatory part. So of course we want to go to those sweet 15 diamonds with our only initial payment of 4 diamonds. And this time interval is the time we have to make a selection, to either get out of the plane by pressing the button or putting an item into this hopper, or we simply stay on the plane and get more profits. But how does everything work from the Redstone side? From the Redstone side, we start here with a simple item filter that filters out diamonds. We have here secretly named shards to prevent any customers from abusing your casino. So make sure to don't tell this name anyone. And with 18 in the first slot, if we put another diamond, we get 19 in there. One will get transferred to our profit chest, and this profit chest will store all our excess diamonds. Then one of those 4 wooden X's will get transferred into this dropper here on the right. So first diamond will move the first X, second diamond the second one, and so on, until all 4 X's are in here. That will exactly be enough to depower those 2 torches. And the first torch here that gets deactivated will trigger this clock here, and this clock is responsible for the timing. So it will first of all determine each of those very long delays which way the casino decides the plane goes, so either it crashes or it does not. And the second function, it powers also this light gray circuit, which is our timer here, or our time interval on the top, that shows us how much time we have to select an option to either get out of the plane or stay in there. So, but what does this purple line do? This purple line is our main line, or main redstone line, that ends up in this dropper hopper randomizer. And this dropper hopper randomizer works by having here 8 stackable items and 1 non-stackable item, the stone sword. Randomly, 1 item will get moved into this hopper, and we have either signal strength 1 for all the stackable ones. So we have simply this path here. We power the white line, or, and that's why this is called a dropper hopper OR gate, or we have the stone sword, which is signal strength 2, that powers this repeater first. Then it powers this redstone on the bottom, which extends this piston here, therefore blocking, this is 1 tick delay compared to that one, therefore blocking this 2 tick pulse to get through, and that's why only the left side is powered. So stone sword, only the blue line will be powered. Any other item in there, stackable one, the white line will be powered. That's why we have either the plane flies, which is the white line, or the plane crashes, which is the blue line. And we have an 11% chance of crashing the plane. And by calculating the odds, so that's 89% of not crashing the plane, and 89% times 15 lamps is exactly 15 point, I don't know what was the point, it was 14.8%, so approximately 15% odds to get to the end of the runway. And you could of course customize those odds completely by removing stackable items. You decrease the odds, but of course you make your customers more unhappy since they crash the plane much more often and much more frequent. But I would suggest this configuration or that one. That's fair. You still make a slight profit on the casino, and yeah, with that one you make a healthy profit on the casino, so it should be fine to go with either of those configurations. So what does the white line now do? The white line triggers this pulse shortener, which triggers this green circuit, and this green circuit is a simple pulse adder. So, or signal strength adder, sorry, a signal strength adder. So we have, each time we press this button here, we add 1 signal strength to this red circuit and powering 1 lamp more. And by doing so, we power redstone torches that power a line on top. And the closer we get with those torches to this comparator, the more signal strength we have here. And the maximum signal strength is 15 by directly lighting the torch beneath it or below it. And this comparator then transfers the signal, and it cannot transfer it since there's the brown circuit. But if it does so, if it can transfer it by putting the block right here with this piston, I will cover this circuit later, it will trigger this pulse extender, this observer, and it will give us the exact amount of items since we have here our winning dropper attached to the green line. So that determines how many items we get, correlating to our signal strength we get here. So for example, if I add another signal strength, which is 4, and putting an item into this hopper here, which should trigger it, we can see we move this block over. Yeah, I have some safety features in there that prevent the casino from doing such things, which is this block here. My contraptions are sometimes too safe, actually. But by putting this over, that should now trigger it. That's only triggered, of course, this piston if we pay. Since we did not pay, the casino won't give us anything. But if I now put the item into this dropper here, we can see we now got the corresponding amount of items since this brown block moved over. And now the contraption reset itself, so now everything should be fine again. And I can remove this black wool block again. So, what's the brown line now? The brown line is of course connected to our hopper, which is right here. That's why all the items go through if I put in an item on top. This comparator will recognize that, will power this line. Also, if we get to the end of the runway, so if we get all the way to signal strength 15, this torch will be depowered, powering this torch, powering this block here too. So if we get to the end of the runway, or put an item into this dropper, or we have here the button right above, so that's where the button is, or we power the button, it will all end up in this line here, which is only activated if we paid upfront. So we cannot trick the casino in any terms. So we follow the brown line, pulse extender, and that's where we extend this piston here, as we can see here. That's where we extend it, and that's what gives us the exact amount of items we won, determined by where the plane exactly was. So with that explained, we have only the second circuit now left. So the white one, I already explained it to you. It's to add signal strength to this line of lamps. And the second outcome would be the stone sword. So the stone sword is much more unlikely, but if it happens, it powers the blue line, therefore triggering this pulse extender array. And by doing so, let me show it to you. By doing so, all the lamps will get depowered, and therefore the casino resets itself. And the reason why it resets itself is we depower this torch here, we reset this pulse or signal strength adder, and we also, as we can see here with this repeater, we also trigger the magenta circuit, which is our reset circuit. And the reset circuit simply places a lot of observers, activates a lot of observers, and the only job they have is to move those 4 axes that usually, if we started to play, are in this dropper here. They simply move them back into the original dropper. That also triggers our piston here to extend back, so we can play the game again and insert our new diamonds. So the casino is then completely reset. I guess I covered now every circuit. And yeah, with that said, I will now build this with you together block by block. So if you want to build it with me together block by block, stick around. I will give you a complete tutorial on this machine. And the last demonstration I want to give you is the clock here. That's very interesting. So if we put in again 4 diamonds, I cannot count to 4, that was 3 again. We start this clock here, as you can see. We power it, so now the plane got moved 1 block forward. And we have here this nice clock running, and yeah, the plane already crashed if you heard it. So it crashed on the 3rd or 2nd lamp. Very unfortunate, but you saw it. We have here this nice clock. So with that said, I will see you in a second for the building tutorial. Welcome to the building part. So in the building part, we start with an 8 by 24 platform. So 8 in this direction, obviously, 24 in that one. It doesn't need to be 8 wide, but it's much more comfortable to walk around if it's 8 wide in this section. So then we want to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we go all the way across. This corner again, 8 blocks. like this. And then the inner ring. So that's our starting frame for the casino. Next up, we want to go with red. So go one block behind and start like that. And then on the third block, we will start with the 15 lamps. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, and then we want to have here a green concrete line already, like that. Then we want to have 1, 2, 3 lamps over there. And sorry, I misplaced this one. That one should be here. And here again, a very nice placement of green concrete blocks. We can already put some there too. Like this. That should be the green side. And then we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's green. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's orange. And of course, that should be 6. That should be 5. And that should be 4. So if we look at the lamps, we have 4 in red, 5 in orange, and 6 in green. And then we can already start to fill in the rest. With that done, our casino wall should look now like this. And now we could already name this like from 1, 2, 3, you get the idea, all the way up to 15. So that's our prices. And I won't design the signs now. You could add there this time interval sign or here this 1 diamond, 2 diamonds, but for the tutorial it's completely unnecessary and would take a lot of time to do that. So that's why I simply add in here our item frame, diamond in there, and say 4 diamonds is the payment. So with that done, I will grab myself a chest and hoppers. So we have 2 hoppers, both facing to the right. And we have here a chest that should look like this. Then we can already start with the redstone components. From the second dropper go 1, 2. From the floor 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1 there. Repeater, torch, comparator, and 2 pieces of redstone. Then we can place in here those shards. And 16, 18, if we put in a 19th one, we transfer it already to this hopper, and then into our profit chest. That's where all our profits will go. And we can also cover that here. I don't know why my dark oak trapdoor is green, but it looks kind of nice for this build. Then we have here our piston and our diamond block to cover the whole, to cover this this space that prevents us from putting more diamonds inside if we already started the casino. Next up, we want to start with our yellow circuit, which is this dropper facing into another dropper. And the output of this dropper here is determined by or read by this comparator. And here we want to put in 4 non-stackable items, and I choose just wooden axes here. Then we want to have here a comparator, this one set to subtraction mode. We want to add in a hopper, and a composter on top, like so, and put in any item in there. Doesn't matter what it is, just put 1 item in there. But it has to be a stackable one. Then we want to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So 5 redstone dust in total, ending up in this line here, placing here a block, redstone dust right there. And then we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we want to add 8 observers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we want to add redstone dust. Then we have repeaters set to 3 ticks, and the other ones all set to 4 ticks. So it should look like this. And that's exactly 39 ticks in delay, since we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 observers, so that's basically 9 repeaters set to full delay. And this one set to 3 ticks, so it's 36 plus 3 is 39 ticks of clock delay. And since this signal strength adder is very complicated, I try to build it here slice by slice. So it's very easy to get to this configuration. So we start here with this piston as a reference point, block 2 blocks down, 1 over, 1 across, diagonally down. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks beneath these blocks in 1 line. And then we have here a comparator, 2 pieces of redstone dust, two comparators here, both on subtraction mode, 2 pieces of redstone, and here we also divide those 2 redstone signals with a block on top. For the second part of this machine, we start here with the comparator set to subtraction mode. We have here a redstone torch, then we have 2 pieces of redstone that should light up like that. Another piece of wool, comparator set to subtraction mode. Here a block. Right beneath this block we have 2 wool blocks gap, we remove them. Then we have here a chest, we have here a comparator, not set to subtraction mode, we put any item in this chest, I chose this orange concrete one. And then we have here a piece of redstone, and we're gonna have here a redstone torch, and here a piece of redstone dust. Next up we want to add in the white circuit. We start here with the redstone dust piece, then we have those 4 blocks, whereas this one is replaced with a sticky piston and a block on top, 2 ticks, 2 ticks, and if we place in now a redstone torch, we have here signal strength 1, and now we continue with the red circuit. We're gonna start 1 below the lamps, like that, with a 2x15 row of these blocks, like so. Then we're gonna have 15 repeaters, 15 redstone dust, and as we can see it already functions. If I put here a torch, we have signal strength 2. So then we go 1 down, again 15 blocks, 15 repeaters, 1 block up, 15 blocks, 15 redstone torches, again 1 block up, 15 redstone torches, and again 1 block up like so, and 15 redstone dust like this. Great. So next up we want to add in our lime circuit. For the lime circuit we're gonna start here with the comparator, then a redstone dust, another comparator, then we go diagonally like that. We have now 2 pieces of redstone like so. We have here a comparator, that's a pulse extender now. We have this circuit here, and then we're gonna grab ourselves an observer. For the item dropper we want to go to the front of the casino, get the middle lamp, 2 space from the wall, another 2 space for the hopper. Then we're gonna go down, place 2 hoppers like that, place in a block like this, and we're gonna remove the bottom one, and we can fill already this dropper here, this one, with diamonds. So we have here the green one, that's where our redstone line will connect to this green line afterwards. And now we're gonna add an orange circuit like so. So we're gonna start with this 3x3 platform. We have here a comparator reading the output of this dropper. We have a repeater, another repeater, and we have redstone all around like that. Next up we want to add in our hoppers. They should look like this. And the last one should add it directly into the other hopper. And then we're gonna grab some brown wool. And with the brown wool we place here a wool block, here a redstone comparator, piece of redstone there, 2 repeaters right here. I guess we will need a 3rd one. No, we don't, so we can already put in the brown line like that. Then we want to make sure we have 2 blocks space in between, and we can connect this already up like this. And then we go all the way back until we hit the same width or height in terms of blocks as this comparator is. So that's where our first redstone torch will go, that's where our second redstone torch will go, our third redstone torch, and our final 4th redstone torch. And then we can already place in some more redstone dust. We can also place in here a repeater. And now we want to connect here a piston that extends this block right here if we wanted to do so. So here we have a 3x3 platform. We have a comparator facing into this direction and into that direction. Then we want to have a sticky piston right here. Set to 2 ticks a repeater, set to 2 ticks the repeater, and simply connect everything up like this. The next circuit we want to build is the purple one. So we start here with a redstone dust, then we have a repeater, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of redstone dust, then we have another repeater, piston, facing upwards, sticky one, then we have a redstone dust, followed by repeater set to 2 ticks, followed by these 2 blocks. Then we have here a dropper. It's already pre-configured with 8 stackable items and 1 non-stackable one, the stone sword. Then we're gonna add a hopper, a composter, a comparator, 2 pieces of redstone. Here repeater set to 2 ticks, here set to 1 tick, piston, a block, redstone dust, a block, and put in here another repeater and here a redstone dust. Next up we want to add in the blue circuit, and for that we were gonna place a blue wool directly next to this torch. We have here repeater set to 4 ticks into this direction, block, repeater set to 1 tick, 2 dust. Then we have here 2 of those comparators facing in opposite directions. Then we're gonna have here some more blocks and 2 more or 4 more comparators, whereas 2 of them face either in opposite directions, and we should connect now to this green block here. That's where all is coming together. Then we want to add in a structure that looks like this, where we have here 4 ticks repeater. Here we connect these circuits, and then here we simply go up like this. That's our losing circuit basically. That's when we lose. Next up, the white circuit will be built. So we're gonna start here, following those 2 repeaters on the bottom. We go up 1, we go over like this, and from here on, we want to add directly, to this line, like so. And we connect it up, everything with redstone dust, like so. And that should also be enough. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, so we need a repeater on the way, like so. The next circuit will be the lime circuit. We want to connect this redstone with that redstone here on the top, on the bottom. And we're gonna do that like this. Simply block down. And try not to connect to any other circuit. That's basically the magic behind this green circuit, so it's just gets down like that. Now it's directly time to add some note blocks. We add in right here, put in there a nice tone, and if we want to pay out, we can already put in there like 2, set to these tones. That's completely fine. Perfect. Next up I want to add the end of the runway line, which is here with the redstone torch. Then we go down with pink wool, like so, another redstone torch, like this. Then we're gonna have here some more wool blocks. Here, repeater set to 2 ticks, sticky piston, repeater set to 2 ticks, block. That powers the brown line, and the brown line then resets it. So if we hit the end of the runway, the casino automatically stops and gives us 15 diamonds, which is great. And I totally forgot to add the button here. So we have here this button, and exactly underneath is this space now. So we of course have to change that. If you want to have that button in there, you have to replace this redstone with a block and then redstone on top to make it powerable by this button press. The next circuit I want to add is the dark and the light gray ones. So for the dark gray ones, we will start here on top of this redstone torch with another block. Here, 2 pieces of redstone torch. Then we want to go all the way to this piston here. And we also want to have 2 repeaters set to 4 ticks, powering them. Sorry, not here, just here. Then we're gonna have 2 pieces of light wool right there. Another one, piston with some light wool on top. Another piece right there. Here a redstone torch, there a redstone torch. And if this block gets moved over, it will power this repeater, which is set to 4 ticks, but we remove it of course. Another repeater set to 4 ticks. We have a piece of wool, 2 blocks like that. We have redstone dust right here. Repeater set to 4 ticks right here. And here we're gonna have a row of 3 by 3 like so, and we extend it all the way to the edge. So with that done, we add here 1, 2, and here 1, 2, 3, 4. That one is unedited. And now we want to add 13 ticks of delay here. So it's 12, 13 is here. Then we want to have 26 ticks right there. So that's 26 ticks of delay. We can already connect that like this. And the last one will have 39 ticks of delay. So it's like this, and here is repeater with 3 ticks is missing, so we have to do it like that. Great, so now we have 39 ticks, we have 26 ticks and 13 ticks, so everything dividable by 13, that's why our clock here is also 39 ticks in length. For the magenta reset circuit, we will dive here beneath the casino, where we have this 4x dropper and the empty one. The empty one will be the one of interest, so we have an observer facing into that direction. We're gonna place here a repeater set to 1 tick, and we have an observer facing into the other direction, like that, also into this block. And we're gonna add in this one like so. And we're gonna add here a sticky piston that can push the observer back and forth, like that. So then we're gonna grab 2 repeaters and place them right next to this brown block. We have a torch, redstone dust, another repeater. We have here a sticky piston, we have here redstone dust. Then another block, repeater set to 4 ticks. Then we're gonna have here a block. This configuration, we have 2 pieces of redstone like this. 1 repeater set to 4 ticks, 1 repeater set to 1 tick. And for the music that will play after we know that the plane crashed, we simply add in here a note block, which should be very high tune or tone. And then we go all the way around, right next to here. And here we just need a piece of redstone, like so. That will power that note block as well. The last line we want to add now is here a repeater. Then we go up, go right over the top here. And we want to connect right beneath this 4-tick repeater here, like so. Make sure to grab some redstone and make the connection like this. And one circuit I did forget, so that's a black one, I completely forgot it. So we put in here a black line. We heard a yellow circuit, so we want to add in a repeater right here. Then 1, 2, 3 pieces of redstone dust, another repeater. 2 pieces of redstone. And we want to make sure to end up right here. So this repeater will now get relocated. We want to end up right here so that we can push this block there and simply connect everything up like this. Perfect. And with that last black line, we are now completely ready to test our casino. So we now have to pay 4 diamonds. 1, 2, 3. So after 3, nothing happens. 4th one will activate it. Let's try it. Yeah, and as we saw, the plane already crashed. I will give it one more try just to check the payout. Now we're at 5 diamonds. I will pay out at 6 with this hopper here. I will simply put this hopper in there. I should now get 6 diamonds. The whole contraption should reset, and it should bring us all the way up to 58 diamonds. Perfect, that's how it works. We also got a hopper back that we put in there, and we could also have reset with this button here. So with that done, our casino is finished. And of course, there's a world download link in the video description if you messed up in any of those building steps. I know it's sometimes hard to follow. I do not count every block or so, it would take a very long time, and I want to stay under 30 minutes for most of the videos. Hopefully, that's my plan. So that's why if you are messing up some of the steps during the building phase, make sure to check out the world download link in the video description, and you can play around with this world, play around with the casino, and maybe you can find your mistakes. And with that said, I really appreciate your support. I really appreciate every single view, every single like, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.